Hi guys, Christina Blue here with Keller Williams Beach Cities. So today I want to talk to you guys about the cost of owning a home. We obviously already know that the purchase price and then your down payment. We've talked a little bit about closing costs, but what other fees are included? This actually has come up a lot recently in the last few buyer's consultations that I've done. Potential buyers just wanting to know, what does it cost? What outside fees, out-of-pocket fees are they going to be responsible for? So let's just start from the beginning. So the first step to buying a home is securing your realtor, hiring your realtor. That costs no money. You go in for a consultation. You and I would sit down. We would discuss your needs and wants and your budget and so on. Of course, all of that is free to you. Then we would talk to lenders and secure financing. Now, some lenders do charge an application fee. Most don't, though. So at that point, we know how much money you can afford. So we start looking for houses. At any point during this time, if you decide that purchasing a home is not for you, you owe no money. So the first time that you actually have to pay anyone is we write an offer. You find a home that you like, we write an offer, and we open escrow. So at this point, from the time that we open escrow you're accruing charges, escrow fees for their services. So if you're in escrow for 2 days, they may charge you a small fee, you and the seller, a small fee for their services. So up until escrow, nothing is due. Once you open escrow, according to your purchase agreement, you will have to pay an earnest deposit. So that typically is 3% of the purchase price. So you will put that deposit into escrow. So that's the first time money's leaving your hands. And then, as I said, anytime during escrow, you are accruing charges. So if you decide to cancel escrow and the seller agrees, you will get your money back, your deposit, but you will still be charged for escrow fees. So during escrow, as a buyer, you will need to pay for an inspection report. So an inspector will come out. I have great ones, unless you already have an inspector. They'll come out and inspect the property. So that is something that you would pay out of pocket at that time for the inspector. Depending on the houses, the house size and square footage and lot size, the price can range, plan for about $400. So that's the first thing that's out of your pocket that doesn't go towards the house, doesn't go towards your deposit. The second thing is you will have an appraisal. So the bank will order an appraisal. The appraiser will come out, and a lot of times lenders will roll that into your closing costs, but some don't. So you should be prepared for that. Appraisers range, I would say, a guesstimate about $600 that you would want to have set aside for that. Outside of that, of course, there's typical things that come up, but just the standard transaction, you're really paying for your earnest deposit first, then you're paying for an inspector to come out, a couple $100, maybe about $400, for an appraiser to come out, which will be about $600. So far, we've accumulated $1,000 of out-of-pocket expenses that you need to pay right now, not at the time of closing. And then at the end of escrow, you would pay your closing costs, which, if you have questions about that, refer back to my video, appropriately titled Closing Costs, and then also the rest of your deposit. So if you were putting down 10%, you would pay the rest, which would be your 7%. So pretty much up until escrow starts, you're really not having to pay for anything. So there's really no reason or nothing that would prevent you from just getting advice, contacting a lender, seeing how much you will be approved for, contacting a realtor. Let's sit down and discuss your needs and see if purchasing a home is a reality for you. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I have an open house in Torrance this weekend on 187th Street. It is gorgeous. So I'll be shooting another video about that. So I hope you guys come by and have a great weekend. See ya.